Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Energy Focus of the Week for August 21st through 27th, 2026. And my name is Leslie Romine, and I'm here with Arlene Arnold, the founder of Transformational Tools and Color Therapy. And we are excited to be here today to talk about the theme for the month in our color work, and also to look at this week and see what's coming up for us. So we're going to start with the theme for August. And it is, how do we keep our peace when the world is on fire? That's been a good one for us to contemplate so far this month. And this is what came up this week. With some of the ongoing effects of the astrological events we experienced last week, we may have been noticing both freeing energy and the revealing of certain blocks or unfinished issues arising, and ultimately for our benefit. As we grow, we can continue releasing any leftover energy imprints that are showing us they are ready to go. The current energies are readily available to help us do that even more easily. Fresh energy is ready to come in to support us at this time. We used to, Arlene and I used to talk about energy imprints, and we talked about them like, we had worked on a certain issue before, but maybe years later, maybe months later, a little niggle of it comes up again and shows us that there might be a little bit more here to release. And so we worked on it and it would release it. And so that's what's meant by an imprint. And with the current energies now here, you may be noticing those openings and more ease in your intuitive self, things like that, more connection to the divine. And at the same time, maybe something's come up. Oh, yeah, there's this little niggler that wants to be worked with. So that energy that was brought forth from the astrological events are really here now to help us to do it more easily, to do it quickly, to release it and be in that presence more than we have before. Would you like to add to that?
I keep thinking, and I know this is probably a lot just what I'm focusing on, but as we become more multidimensional and working with higher frequencies, so we're here present in the third dimension, and it's very important that we're grounded and present here. But also, as we are experiencing some of these higher frequencies, it gives us an opportunity perhaps to see anything that's residue from the things that we've worked on. The higher frequencies give us a new perspective, and that's kind of nice because we don't have to go looking for it as much as we have to just be seeing through the eyes of a frequency that will show that to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and the things that you've released bring in, when you've released them, that new frequency, that new energy that you can notice. That's the stuff that we are moving into more and more in those frequencies.
Yeah.
Frequency energies, kind of similar here. All right, for our first luminary for this month, we're looking at core crucible. And part of what the message is this week is that core crucible is talking, and it says, I assist the earth plane enterprise by strengthening weaker layers where energy is leaking to allow for full potentiality. I become a force in motion that changes as the earth changes. resonating to Earth's evolvement. Release the old, embrace the new. And that seems to be the energy we are all in right now as things are moving and changing. Here, Court Crucible is here to help us to do that. It's a wonderful tool for just allowing things to release and let go and moving into that trust and that knowing, that inner knowing we have that we are evolving along with the earth and all its changes that it's going through. Would you like to?
Yeah, well, you know, one of the things that I was thinking about as you read that is how when Lorinda and I were putting the luminaries together, the things that I wrote were coming through me. I just love that the words Earth Plane Enterprise. I feel like it gives us that feeling of expansion out into the universe, that we are more than this one planet, and there's much more here. So as we um, work with this the energies here, we are working with the universe at the same time. And one of the things that came to me was that when you have uh, something that's leaking, your energy is leaking, it can cause you to be very much exhausted. So it's really important that when you're working with Core Crucible, that you ask that anything that allows your energy to leak out, to have that repaired so that you can be fully here with all of the energies that are part of you here in this time and space. And when you do that, then you begin to feel the potentiality. And you, and because when you're exhausted, it's really hard to feel into the potentiality that's part of you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that sounds like a great practice of asking for that. Because I know many of us have had moments where we're just like, yep, I gotta take a little breather here. So, yeah, and still, that's okay if you need to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
you're working with spirit in that way too, because um, we are in human bodies. So,
Yes.
all right. Well, our second luminary is unfolding. And this is the number 6 and 12. And this is the message. There is so much more in your crystalline core than you yet know. It is a time of your unfolding. What offerings have you noticed that are coming to the surface for you to express? What have you noticed about your responses to these newer gifts and abilities? Allow them to come at a timing you can work with and grow into. Allowing is the key. And that word allowing just really came through strongly as I was meditating what this message was about. Um, and being aware of what's happening with you. What are you noticing? How are you moving out and communicating with others, both energetically and speech in all those ways? I know that for myself, there's been a couple of things that have been emerging that have kind of surprised me, but they've been in a timing that was allowed to happen. And the one where I had to push myself, that was pretty arduous. But I I allowed myself to take the time to do it in my own way and um, really get into it. This was I'm referring to my writing thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
and so and I was happy after it got done because I felt like, oh, I really made myself pushed it, and I knew that that was something I was supposed to do. So intuitively, I knew this is something you need to overcome, and And with the other things that have come up, that released a whole other way of communication in ways for me that I just had no idea that would come. So there's gifts in all these challenges that we're going through, and this beautiful, beautiful card is with its beautiful crystalline core is here to help us to move out into that in our own timing.
What I noticed when you were doing that with the writing was
Mm-hmm.
that the more you worked with it, the more that you remembered that you could just be you. You could just put out what it is that's coming through you. And I think that that's a really important part of unfolding is to remember that that crystalline core contains the essence of who we are on all levels. And early on, there was a time when people were feeling that there was a crystal in the heart that was being shown to us. And at that time, I was guided to do a meditation of crystal in the heart. And it's still, I think, really relevant. It's a
Mm-hmm.
way for us to concentrate on that part that's in the heart of our us, and it also is the crystal of us. And I think I don't know. I just hadn't thought about that for a while, and the crystal was what really stands out. And then all of this around it is like it's even moving. It's moving the energy of it.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And our uniqueness is needed. It's not like, well, we'd have to compare or anything. It's just us and our contribution.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
whatever it is welcome. You know, thank you for elaborating on that.
Mm.
That's lovely. Our color card, this um, is orange, lesson in orange. And this week it came up with denying creativity. You may have felt you were forced to be perfect or told many times that you did things wrong. This may have made you feel afraid to tap into the creativity that's pushing its way to the surface. Will you do it right? Will others laugh at your creation or deny its worth? Who are you to think you have something to express or contribute? This part of you will only come forth when you embrace it. If you will assure your creative self that whatever it expresses will be accepted and appreciated by you, then it will feel confident enough to get started. Love it into being. I really love this one
Yeah.
because a, a lot of our work, has in the past been to welcome that playful child that we have inside us, and they were very creative. They didn't, you know, filter at all, and um, I remember teaching art to very young children at one point, and they just loved it because they just did whatever they wanted on the paper, and they go, look what I did, and it's exciting and it's fun, and to recapture that
Yeah.
is a real sweet thing. So expressing our creative self will be accepted and appreciated by ourselves. It can be. Hmm.
And denying it is just not who we are, It's not flaunting it, but owning it kind of thing. Hey,
Yeah.
Rita's here, so she's going to be here
Oh,
a
great.
short time, but she wants us to pick a card for her. Welcome, Rita. It's
Hi,
glad-
Rita.
yeah.
Yes, yes. So glad you're here. Okay. Now the cards for the week is what we're going into next. Interestingly, there were two of them. The first one is unfolding. Oh
Woo.
gosh, here we are again. And this particular message is many will embrace your gifts and value your wisdom. This is a new world, a new time. Your new energy is inviting you to shine your light now. No,
Yes.
it
Yes.
doesn't have to be perfect. You know, just shine it. A smile, helping out with just little things. It's just, it goes a long, long, long way these days. I, I, it, both in the receiving and the giving of it for sure.
And always when it comes twice, it just means pay attention. Pay attention. There's really important messages in the
Mhm,
unfolding for us.
mhm, indeed. Presence is the next one. Presence. It's the number 8 and 64. Before a thought can contain it, presence breathes and shifts as needed. Softly, it imprints wisdom within and channels divine mind through those who are willing. Now, I know that indigo is the color mainly here. And what occurred to me is that presence here is be intending to be present in the moment and present to what's happening around us and present in what wants to be expressed through us. So, presence and divine presence is being at these other um, uh, resonances of energy that are coming in that are assisting us right now, and they want to express through us that presence. So, your wisdom, the gifts, the things, when the intuitive um, messages you're getting, those are all really important. And e- even more so now as we move to this different um, energy, or like Arlene talks about it as being dimensional, but these new energies that are arising and coming forward to help us.
The indigo there is reminding us that we have not just intuition, but we have psychic abilities too.
Mhm.
And don't be afraid when those start to come up. Just be with it and allow it to teach you. And also use presence as a way of um, understanding these additional, uh, it's like a gift. And the reason most people are afraid of it is because other people may not understand it. But as we get more and more comfortable with ourselves, we just we hold it in our field, and presence is helping us to bring that to whatever situations where it's needed without having to think about it. And I've always said when people are coming into psychic gifts is just be very clear that you can ask if there's an energy there that doesn't feel right to you. Just say, "Are you here for my greatest good or not?" And it has to remind, it has to answer. And by doing that, you have set the goal for using these gifts in a way that's highest and best for you and everybody else involved.
Mm-hmm. Yes, your intention is very important. So, and there, it's ready for you right there in presence.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. The color card for this week is Strength in Purple. Oh, isn't that beautiful?
Isn't it?
Beautiful color. And the um, message is through gratitude and humility. Your understanding of who you are and where you've come from allows peace, security, loving relationships, meaning, and support to be ever present in your life. Gratitude fills you from the inside out. Your humility comes from recognizing the divine source. Compassion and support then extend to your human self, which can sometimes forget its connection to the divine. Hope springs forth as you see the greater truth of human existence and recognize the desire and commitment of you and many others to bring the human realm into its finest hour. I just
Wow.
love that. I just love that message.
And the one I underlined, your humility comes from recognizing your divine source. And
Mhm.
we have that divine source inside of us. And so it's really recognizing that we are part of the energy of the divine source. And this whole moving forward and becoming is really a part of discovery, the discovery of the depth of who we are. I always am so amazed at the potential in humans, and yet so often we kind of downplay that and we allow the third dimensional energies to uh, be in charge, you know. But that doesn't have to be you, and you don't have to make a big noise about it. You just have to be it.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah. And I also love with that the compassion and support can extend to ourselves because we know, oh, sometimes we don't get it, get the message, but and realize that, but it's to bring us back to, oh yeah, be present, and uh, purple is a beautiful color to remember, to help us remember. It's so close to that indigo. Both purple and indigo showed up this week, which I
Yeah,
think is telling us a lot about being in presence, being in the divine energies, and in
there's
our intuitive self.
there's so many things in the cards for this week and this month that are bringing us into such a high frequency. I
Mm.
mean, when you think of it, presence has indigo in it, and with purple and gratitude and humility, um, wow, it's uh, it's pretty amazing.
Hmm. Hmm. And the white and unfolding, I mean, it's all working with us and for us.
Yes, yes, yes,
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. All right. All right. Announcements are next, if we have those. Arlene?
Sure. First, I want to say hi to Mia.
Yeah. Hi, Mia.
Okay. What I want to highlight is that next Thursday, August 27th, is Journal with Your Knowing Self. And what I'm doing each month is taking some concepts from what I have experienced or I've read about or something that seems important at the time uh, to highlight that. We have three different classes, and they are free for people who have joined the portal. So, again, you can find these if you go to transformationaltools.com, and they're on the home page, and it's called Upcoming Events. And also, this is, well, what I want to say about journaling for this time is here's what I'm kind of focusing on. What connects you closely with your knowing self? We've done a lot of in the past classes talking about who is the knowing self, and then but connecting with that knowing self is also very important. So we're going to bring that up as part of next Thursday, and when you sign up, then you will be getting the link, the Zoom link, so that you can come and join us. And if you're part of the Vortal, that will be sent to you on the day, on Thursday, and it has the link that you can use that day. So, and besides that, it's just that we, Leslie and I, are here to help you if you need some personal help, work. And you can find us at transformationaltools.com slash what is sessions, and we're happy to do that because we all need a little bit of help here and there, and when we're doing this much change, and that when there's so much of this fiery energy around us, it really helps sometimes to be able to work personally and with someone else and be able to find out more of what you need to know.
Yeah, I love, Will says the dragonfly diva flutters purple.
That's wonderful.
That's
Yeah,
our dragonfly diva for our
yeah, we
transformation.
have we have a dragonfly that's part of our icon or whatever we want to call it for transformational tools, and we call it the diva, dragonfly diva, and she helps us a lot.
Mhm. Yeah. Okay. Well, it's now time for live readings for the people that have come, and Jeannie S. is first.
Okay, Jeannie. Okay, this one, I'm going to get this off of here so you can see it. This is called attunement.
Mm,
And I'm going to look this up because there's something in here that I want to highlight.
page 14.
Page 14. Okay. And the numbers here are 3, 6, and 144. Step into the matrix of transmutation. Now, I want to say something about transmutation. There's transformation, and transformation means that you are releasing things that have kept you stuck. It means that there are things that you are dissolving within you. Transmutation is that the energy is totally changed. It goes from whatever it is into a higher frequency and blesses you with new understanding through that frequency. And then one other thing here is with gratitude for the harmony and disharmony of life, allow what is finished to dissolve. So, Jeannie, it's sometimes difficult for us to look at the disharmony, but really the disharmony is just the nudge that says it's time to pay attention to this. And using attunement, you can ask that it be totally transmuted, be changed into an energy that is now there with you, that is different, and that gives you a chance to be available to all your possibilities. So, this is a real big opportunity for you this week. And then the other thing it says celebrate the realignment and reconfiguration of your core. So, that which is your heart or your center, wherever you see your center, that's in a realignment. When something is transmuted, you have to make room for something new, or the energy that has been transmuted is then available for you in your core to do something new. And remember that the core has the crystalline energy in it, which you can use every day to really lighten your load, and also to be able to send out this really high frequency of love.
So I want to say something too about this is that 3 and 6 both are showing progression. They're kind of basic core numbers here. 144 is like an arrival. Kind
Yeah.
of. So you have the transmuting from that into 144, which is very high functioning kind of number. And your color card is strength in turquoise. Strength in turquoise.
Okay.
And turquoise is this high heart. It's between your heart and your throat. And it is the words here are self responsible, full of integrity, and purposeful. So you'll notice that turquoise is present in this as well in several places. Yeah. So it's saying that is part of the energy of the transmutation that's going to be coming forward in you in this. And also, I want to point out that there's a lot of uh, mm, the magenta color in here.
Yeah.
You're surrounded by compassion, and have compassion as you transmute through this week. Um, Pay attention to the body, but pay attention to what's transmuting also. It's a big week for you.
Lots of help too.
Yes, lots of help. Turquoise is a wonderful, wonderful energy. It really is about transmuting in the body as well. So,
Yeah.
um, yeah.
And when we're transmuting the energies, I was thinking about this morning, is that we're actually working with old emotional, um, because the emotions, many of us, because we're very aware of what we're feeling and that kind of thing, it becomes really overwhelming. And so being able to have these energies be transmuted into something new really will help you.
Mm-hmm. Yes. All right. Sandra is next.
Okay, Sandra. I know that you love this one, Sandra. This is called crystalline. And you can see all the crystalline imagery around here. But notice also there is pink and there is magenta and there is another shade of turquoise. There's a lot in this particular uh, luminary. And you could even say that what you see around the edges here is kind of like the new matrix that we're working on, and it's a crystalline matrix. But I just want us to see that crystalline for me can be really strong and really powerful. And then you have pink that just kind of settles it all into place. And you have magenta that says, I'm here with all the compassion and love, supporting you every day.
Mm-hmm. Beautiful. Beautiful. So here's this, and you'll notice there's lots of white in this.
Yes, 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 yes.
And you get strength in white for your card,
Nice, nice.
which is very high energy. It's um, it's higher source type of energy, and
Yeah.
it says this: you have the strength in pure, strong, and unconditional loving. So that's what's coming through with your card here: pure, strong, and unconditionally loving. So as you sit in this or be in this energy this week, just really take in that pure and strong loving that you have for yourself and for others and for this world, for this existence.
And
You,
the numbers for the luminary are 4, 8, and 16. So again, it's that kind of, you are at all these different levels. And you could say it's fourth dimension, eighth dimension, 16th dimension, and that gives you um, that a place to be able to work with this high energy and this strength and white.
It's
My
also very stable energy because of
Yeah,
the
it is.
numbers
Yeah.
too.
And Sandra says she prays to the crystal and teams. Well, you're very
Ah,
aware of
you're
this.
on the way there.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Awesome. All right. John is next.
Okay. John is, right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. All right, John.
Hmm.
This is the doorway to your inner home.
Integrity.
Integrity. Yes. And it's just saying bring home all the pieces of you so that you know that home is inside of you, and that emerald doorway is there. You can open that doorway and imagine that all of these uh, uh, parts of you that are around there looking at the doorway, just invite them home, because we have, all of us have parts of us that got stuck at different ages and different ways of seeing things, and just bring them home into that love that's in your heart, and let those parts of you feel like you really care about them. And when you become more and more at home, and you've brought back all of those various parts of yourself, then you really feel at home with yourself, and you really feel like there's not something missing, but something expanding.
Well, I am getting with that card the word homecoming.
Ah,
Homecoming.
yes, 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 yes.
And it's very strongly felt that you are coming home to yourself. And these parts that you're bringing back are wanting to be acknowledged and celebrated by you. And they're showing you how uniquely designed you've been, you are, and that everything in your life you've gone through is bringing you to this come home moment, um, celebrated. And what a beautiful color card to go with it is Strength in Silver.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting chills.
I know, me too.
Oh my,
Strength in silver. Silver, remember, is that beautiful, wonderful feminine aspect of the higher consciousness and the divine. And it says warm, wise, and valuable. See yourself as warm, wise, and valuable. And these parts that you're bringing back are valuable. They're essential to your who you are and who you are now, even more becoming. You've had them in there for a long time, but you are ready to bring them home and just welcome them in, and they will show you parts of yourself that you may have forgotten or have wished you could bring forth, and they'll pop up and you'll just go, oh yeah, there's one of them. you know and and really take it in, really take it in. This is your sacred work. This is
yes,
your sacred
sacred
work
work.
for
Yes.
this week.
And the other thing, John, I found when I was doing my work on this for a long time ago, um, I found that some parts of me were hiding out because they were afraid or because they didn't think I would accept them. Well, silver can go and find them. I used to have angels go, but silver is like its own angel, and it can go find those parts of you and bring them back.
Mm.
And the other thing I wanted to say is that the numbers are 8 and 64 in this, so it's really, again, very dimensional, and we're just being blessed by these different ways of looking at life now.
Mm. Mhm. Yes, that's for sure. All right, Will is next.
Okay. Well, it's core crucible, and because that's part of the cards that we've been getting, that's saying again, pay attention, pay attention, pay attention, because there is core crucible is here. Wow, what I'm getting is core crucible is here for you to create a new crucible for yourself, a new internal center in you. And what I'm getting is that center will be like core crucible, and you will be able to transmute energy through that. And it's also like the center. Look at the light in the center here.
Hmm.
So it's also, and those are yellow. So it's also the place that you find in your inner crucible where you more and more slough off anything that's not who you are, and you bring in more and more of who you are, even if you haven't quite met that part of you yet. Do
Mm.
you have anything else for him on
Well,
this?
I think that's plenty. I think that's powerful, very powerful.
Yeah, I do too. I just
Yeah. Wow.
crucible. Imagine having that crucible inside of us. Wow.
Inside. Well, here's the card. Lesson in orange. Allow all your emotions to be felt. And blue is its complement. What do you get with this, Arlene?
What I get with this is that we have often seen emotions as very much part of this third dimensional world, which it is. But as we transform, that those emotions become cosmic emotions. They become more and more this feeling that you get when you think of how vast the earth and how vast the universe is. And that those emotions begin to be something that is very personal for you, Will. It's more than the woo, I'm just getting a wave of energy here. Woo. um, it's like uh, yeah, there's like ones that think of themselves as emotions, but in a different frequency, and they have a message for you, and they have information and something that's going to um, they say rattle your cage. That's what I get. Do you get anything about that then of what I'm saying?
Well, I'm listening, trying to be, objective, and what I see is the orange being in the core crucible, and the orange really showing up,
Yeah,
but being at a different frequency.
yeah, yeah. Wow. And I got that frequency, whatever that was, is an energy of conscious something. So
Yeah, conscious.
there's something there for you, Will.
That's pretty amazing. Orange
Yeah,
goes well with the core crucible. Yes. Motivations to act. Yes. I I'm I think motivations to act. Yes, and to observe. I'm getting observe them because
Yeah. Yeah.
they want you to really know what they're about and what they're for, how you can use them. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Sid. Sid is
Oh,
next.
Sid.
Sid.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go, Sid. All right. Um, wings, 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 wings.
Nice.
At the center of this, Sid.
Hmm.
That is so beautiful. Look at all the white that's in there. It's like wings is telling you, um, don't just stay in a place where you are protected and centered, but allow that energy to move out from you and to remember that the energy moves out, but you can stay in your center where this is where you feel safe, but it's also where you have so many kernels of wisdom, is what I'm getting. But the light then needs to go out beyond that because that's what takes wings from your center.
Mm, so lovely. I just get this very warm feeling about
Yeah, yeah.
that, very loving feeling.
I've never noticed these little bulbs or whatever they are that are around the center. And it was just feeling to me like it's so cozy and
Mhm.
safe and loving in that center. And yet there's so much energy that's being radiated out. And that's part of her, um, of, Sid, that's part of why you're here. And I
Mhm.
know that.
Well, I got two cards for her.
Okay.
Lesson in red was using that energy to uh, live your life meaningful. And what I got from this is um, when you are inspired, move with your inspiration. That's what I got. So, red for inspiration. And so it requires action when you're inspired. The other one is lesson in pink.
Wow, that's quite an interesting contrast.
That is very interesting. Care for that inner child. So, what I'm getting is inner child always playfulness, but innocence. And then when you're moved to move, you're, you're saying, I'm prompted to move, do it. Those are just I go with the wings. It's like I don't know exactly how, except it does say allow energy to move out from you. So that's encouraging you when you feel it, let it do it. Um,
Well, the pink's right in there in
the
that
pink
center.
is there
Yeah,
in the
yeah.
center. Yeah. So pink lesson and red lesson.
But the red lesson has more to do with not overtaxing yourself.
Right. Only when you're inspired.
Yes,
Like,
that's it.
okay, and it fits with
I like
what's
that.
going
Yeah,
on with you.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yep.
then when you have all of the help,
Yep. Yep. Jeannie B.
Jeannie B is here. Or
Yes.
Jeannie, oh,
Jeannie B is here too.
I didn't see her.
She
Okay,
was earlier in the list.
all right.
And I'm not sure who Collected Bothell is, but maybe you could let us know your name.
What? Don't worry about how the meetings were necessary. I don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah. Not sure who we are. If you want a reading, you know, let us know. And our comments are all supportive here. So just
Yeah.
let you know about that too. So, Jeannie B.
Jeannie B, here's what you have. And this is the one that is about, all right, what's the name of it? Spheres of intention. So, what you're working um, with here, Jeannie B, is that you really are moving. It's funny because you're increasing the number of areas that you're affecting. You see
Mm,
that outside ring? So the center of that is you, and you see how that's going out. And remember, the black is all about all possibilities. So you're putting all those all possibilities out there. But what's interesting is that you're in the process of affecting a whole group of people that have different what do I want to say? They have different callings in their life. They're different from you, but it's all so beautiful how it comes together.
mm,
So, and the black, I just think we forget sometimes that the black is so important because it has all of the possibilities in this concrete world that we're in. So when you are finding that you're moving out with those possibilities, but you're also that look at that light in the very center.
mhm.
You're also that. So it's a wonderful combination of the feminine energy, which is the black, and the white, which is the masculine.
Mhm. Well, the card you have going with it is Strength in Purple. Strength in Purple. And that was one of our cards for this week, too.
Yeah.
So it's double double. And it means talks about having strength and be commanding and spiritual. So this is saying really tap into that spiritual energy and come from that place of knowing and particular, you know, being in your uh, spiritual power, being, and by that I mean being aware and being connected to your um, higher power, your intuition, your knowingness, your
Yeah.
knowing, inner knowing. Yes. So let's see. Um, Hold on just a sec. I have to, I'm trying to write and talk all these things at the same time. All right. Okay. And
Yes,
okay,
Sandra says gorgeous colors. They really are.
they are. Yes. Rita is next.
Okay.
And then Mia.
I think she's not here, but she's going to come back later
Yeah,
and see.
she'll listen to it. Like,
All right, Rita, you're going through a new phase here. This
mm,
this is the crown,
wow.
and I want to read to you, Rita, to remind you about crown. There's a lot of important information in that one. Um, all right, so Rita, this is your time to be recognized. Will you boldly accept the crown of awakening, not as one who stands above others, but as one who shares in the journey of becoming fully present and accepts responsibility for living a unique contribution? Now, don't take that as a heavy burden. Take that as this is you moving into higher and higher frequencies. This is you finding places inside of you as you awaken more and more that you can be there for yourself and for others. And you are becoming fully present, fully present, and that you're accepting the fact that you have a unique responsibility and or not responsibility but contribution. Now you know of some of the things that you've been contributing in the past, but be very, very open to some new things that are coming through. And I really encourage you to journal. There are messages inside of you that want to come through, and they will come through your journaling.
Mm, I get that too, that as she works with that. She has two cards, both lessons. One is in orange,
Okay.
allowing all her emotions to be felt.
Yep.
So as they come up, you know, say, yep, that's this, and I'm going to look at it and see what it has to tell me. And lesson in silver, choose what you value. Okay. So lesson in orange and silver.
So this is a really unique opportunity um, for you to consider what it is that why the crown has come, because the crown is really for all of us that are at a real different point in our lives. And it's time for us to acknowledge that. And one of the things that can stand in the way is if you have old emotions that are still hanging around. And if you're still not taking in the feminine energy of silver, because that feminine energy is, wow,
It's
very, very
support.
strong, very important to you. And that balance between the silver and the gold being the masculine energy, that is a really important part of moving forward with this crown.
Mhm, mhm. Yeah, and it's the more support for her. I think it is in that the it feels like the gold is doing well, but it needs to bring that balance together a little bit.
Yeah.
All right, Mia is next.
All right, Mia. See what's up for you. Simply self.
It's
Are you too fast, Mia? uh, I get simply self often because it's time to settle down and take things one at a time and be sure that I'm not overlooking the things that are most important to me. So look at the very center of this. That is a turquoise that's in the center and that has some pink around it. But notice the little pearls of wisdom that are around that. So there's a lot to this. I want you to find that place inside your heart that or inside the center of you that has that turquoise, and then that right in the middle of it is the light. Um, this one really has a lot of meaning, even more than what's in the book. So sit with this, journal with it. Simply Self is being very adamant that this is her time to work with you.
mhm. It's yeah, it's very. I I don't usually see these colors as that intense, but they can be. You know, they can
Yeah,
be,
yeah, yeah.
and it's all the turquoise stands out, and the pink stands out, the orange stand out, and those are all very different areas.
Yep.
Black, they're all possibilities, you know, and then there's red right in the middle, sort of
Seems like
outlining the yellow.
it's ready to just move out.
Yeah, it's like I'm ready to burst forth here.
But it has that turquoise in the center that says you can do that and still be, smooth and not get overexcited, but enjoy the ride.
And here is strength and turquoise.
Wow.
Okay,
All
so
right. She has both.
self-responsible,
Wow.
full of integrity, and purposeful. So it is there with you. It's emphasizing the turquoise in the um,
What
simply
was the
self.
other one? Turquoise and what?
It's emphasizing the turquoise in the simply self.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And she also got strength in red.
Red.
So
Okay.
red is taking action, and this red could be red orange, and
Yeah.
turquoise is its balance. So I'm seeing them as balancing.
Yeah. Me too. Wow. That's quite a combination here. Uh,
Mhm.
because you really need both the sense of your purpose, which is part of what um, the
Turquoise.
turquoise is doing for us. It's bringing us the message that there is change going on in your purpose. And the red orange really gives you that sense of, I can do this, that I am supported. And then Simply Self says, remember, don't make it too complicated. Just let it come to you and be a part of the process.
Yeah, let it come to you. Sure. Now, sometimes that's easier. We think, oh, yeah, okay. So, but being aware of it, doing these, having these readings and being aware of it, it really,
Yes,
supports
really.
that,
Yes.
really supports that. All right. That's who I have for today.
Okay, well, I don't think we'll do ours today because we're up, and I know people have things they have to do. But
Yep.
thank you all for being here. Wow.
Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. Bring a friend. Um, everybody. Oh, there's another one, the Dreamers music. Well, we unfortunately can't do that today because we're out of time, but come in next time and at the beginning, and we'll make room for you.
Yeah. Okay.
All right.
Bright visions to all for sure.
Yes, yes,
Thank you so much for coming, and you have a beautiful week ahead.
yes.
New energies.